Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 167. Man, it has been a long minute since I made one of these. It's literally been a month since the last episode. And I am aware some stuff has happened within that time period, but the reason why I didn't make a cancel episode then was because, one, I found out about a lot of this stuff way after the fact. I didn't even know what happened until like several days later. I'm just like, well, shoot, can't really make a cancel episode on it now. And two, none of it was really that interesting. And there's one thing I don't like about making this series is making episodes about movies that I know for a fact no one cares about, that are completely uninteresting. So I was like, all right, I'll wait till something big happens, something important happens, and then I'll talk about everything. And lo and behold, that important thing happened today, courtesy of The Flash. So here we are. We got a lot to talk about, quite a lot. So buckle up. But actually, let's start with the most important thing, because we might as well do that. It's the reason why I'm even making this cancel episode. The Flash. The Flash, the Flash, the Flash. Man. Ooh. Now, I've talked about The Flash before with this series. I made a whole cancel episode about this movie. And this was when, back in April, a lot of Ezra Miller's, their shenanigans, that took place during that month. Lots of just really bad things, like the type of PR you don't want. And so I made that whole video was basically me going, okay, what should Warner Brothers do about this? And then a couple months later, it was revealed they had they had three plans depending on the situation. Either release the movie and have Ezra apologize, release the movie and have Ezra do no PR, or just cancel the movie altogether. They chose option one. And one would think with, this burglary charge in Vermont, which apparently Ezra could get like what, 20 years, 20 plus years, I think, if they get convicted. One would think, Warner Brothers would be like, maybe we shouldn't go through with this. And so one would think, oh, they would delay it indefinitely or it would get canceled. No, going against all logic, they have decided to push it up. Granted, by a week, but still, they pushed it up instead of pushing it back, which really surprised me. So instead of coming out the 23rd of next June, it's coming out the 16th of next June. And it'll have the same date as Elemental, the new Pixar movie, and the Jennifer Lawrence movie, No Hard Feelings. Now, I gotta ask, why? Why did Warner Brothers do this? I mean, I thought it looked like June 2023 was literally just gonna be event movie, event movie, event movie, event movie, event movie, right? With Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, then Transformers: Rise of the Beast, then Elemental, then Flash, then Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but I guess they changed their minds. I guess they didn't want to open the weekend before Indiana Jones 5. That's my theory. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But it's not canceled. It's still coming out. So this means like Warner Brothers is you gotta give them to, they are dead set on releasing this movie. They are not pulling a Batgirl when it comes to this movie, even though a lot of people say they probably should. But no, they're sticking to their guns and they're gonna release this movie no matter what Ezra does, which seems really irresponsible. But whatever. This is what David is alive. This is what he wants to do. So yeah, I'm still not gonna watch it. I'm still not gonna give this movie any of my money. All thanks to Ezra. So who knows what's gonna happen? Because apparently this is like basically DC's No Way Home in a way, where you have like Michael Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman. I know Michael Shanton's General Zod is in the movie too. It's a lot going on here, but I don't know, man. I don't know. This feels like a gamble that may not pay off, but we'll see come June 16th. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, right here, Miller issued a public apology, a very fake apology. I will add, a very hollow apology. Like, it didn't feel genuine in the slightest. Like, this was literally just for PR's sake, not because Ezra really meant it. So, ugh, ugh. I don't know. Let's stop talking about the Flash. And another thing, Mummies, an animated flick, is now slated to come out February 24th, as if that weekend wasn't crowded enough. I mean, what's coming out that weekend? There's Cocaine Bear. I know that's coming out that weekend. Was there another Jesus Revolution or something? I think that was for that weekend. But yeah, I don't know why they chose February 24th. That's kind of a weird spot, but whatever. Um, yeah, really nothing to say there. I mean, what is there to say? So that's all the Warner Brothers stuff. So let's go all the way back. My phone's being slow. Let's go all the way back to, I believe all this started on the 17th. I think. I'm pretty sure. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Women talking. So this was supposed to have like a limited release last Friday and then get a wide release like the 23rd, right before Christmas. That's not happening anymore. Instead, its limited start has been pushed to the 23rd of December. It's going to get a wide expansion, I believe, in January. So, yeah, kind of weird. I mean, it's not like Christmas is real crowded this year. It's a pretty lackluster Christmas season, if you ask me. I mean, obviously, Avatar 2 is going to be the big movie, but after that, there's just what is there? What is out there? I mean, there's like Puss in Boots 2, there's I Want to Dance with Somebody, there's Babylon, and that's it. That is literally it. It's very underwhelming. And, this could have done well, theoretically. It could have done well, for that Christmas season. It could have gotten some of that Christmas money, but uh, United Artists released, they thought differently. So, hmm. So yeah, nothing else to say about that. Next up, this happened on the 29th, so this is all last week. This movie, The Blackening, here. It's coming out June 16th. Obviously the same days now. Elemental, No Hard Feelings, and now The Flash. Uh, so as it says here, it's a Juneteenth release because now Juneteenth is like a national holiday now. It's a federal holiday. So this date makes sense. You could get some cash out of that Monday being off, from work and stuff. Makes sense, even though it's it's dealing with a lot of competition. I don't know if it can survive all that. So yeah, yeah, playing on a weekend against No Hard Feelings, Elemental, and now The Flash. That's three movies. That's gonna be rough. So I don't know. They probably thought it was a good decision back then. I don't know if they think it's a good decision now, but whatever. All right, next up is Plane. This has moved up by 2 weeks. This was supposed to come out at the end of January, the 27th. Now it's going to be opening the 13th of January, which is important because that's going to be MLK Jr. Weekend. So obviously a holiday weekend. And it's going up against the House Party reboot, A Man Called Otto, and the devil conspiracy, whatever that is. um, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I guess this is a better ish weekend, but you're still in January, so moving up from like one weekend to another weekend in January really doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, but for all you Gerard Butler fans, if you wanted to see this movie earlier, well, you know, yay, I guess. Yay for you. Um, but yeah, this is really it. What else do we got? I know there's another one that I missed. Here, okay. Not that, not that. This movie moving on. It's roadside attractions. Ugh, I'm really despising these people because they always want to release their movies at the last minute wide, and I have no time to prepare. And every time I predict one of their movies, it goes wrong. It does horrible, and it's annoying. So at least they're giving me a heads up here. So it's going to be, it now has a theatrical release date on March 17th, the same weekend as Shazam 2. Shazam, yeah, Shazam 2. So, okay, I guess. Whatever. Don't really care. Um, Trying to think. Am I missing anything? Okay, I think, all right, the last one. Mickey 17 from Bong Joon-ho's from him. This is the man behind Parasite, which was like the big Oscar movie back in 2019, like it won Best Picture in 2020. And I remember like a lot of people got really upset for really stupid reasons. They're just like, a South Korean movie winning Best Picture? Ew, what is this? Like, it's really stupid. Just brain dead complaints. But yeah, his next movie is called Mickey 17. It's going to be coming out March 29th, 2024. So the same weekend as Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is basically Spider-Verse Part 3. Part 2 is coming out next June. That's Across the Spider-Verse. But yeah, this stars Robert Pattinson, Stephen Young, Naomi Aki, Tony Collette, Mark Ruffalo. Uh, yeah. Oh, it already has like a little thing here. That's kind of early, don't you think? It's a little extreme, but or all right. So apparently it's a sci-fi flick. Okay. Um, Not really much to say. I haven't seen Parasite. I know it's one of those movies I really should see, but there's too many on that list. That list is overwhelming, and I can only do get through it like one at a time. So yeah. But for all you fans of his, I imagine they're pretty hyped. They're pretty excited. And that's it. That's really it. Again, the only real interesting thing that happened is the Flash. Everything else is kind of throwaway in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, that's it. So it's time to play that favorite game. What will happen next? I mean, 2022 is gonna be over in like a few weeks. Um, what else? Like nothing's gonna happen in December. Like all these movies are gonna come out. Um, then you got January. Well, I guess there's Operation Fortune. Apparently, they're doing like this weird release where it's like, I don't know. It's not like theatrical. Let me look it up because I remember. I think this will take a second because I'm doing this off screen. Operation Fortune. Fort. Okay, here we go. Um, In November 2022, it was reported the film would likely be released domestically through a streaming service. International distributors will start launching the film theatrically in January 2023. So that's what they're planning on doing with it. Um, really nothing really to say about that. So, mm. Now going on to January, there's Plane, there's Women Talking, there's all the January movies. Literally, the only one that I'm interested in seeing is Meg 3 again for how hilarious it could potentially be. Yeah, everything else is just bleh. February, a little better, but still bleh. The only movie anyone's gonna really watch is Ant-Man 3. And that's not saying much because Ant-Man is kind of like the almost like what the black sheep of the MCU. Like next, I don't know how to describe it. Like the runt of the litter, I guess, of the MCU. So, eh. And there's Mummies next to Cocaine Bear and Jesus Revolution. I know Cocaine Bear got a trailer and poster and everything. I know like the marketing campaign started with that. I think Magic Mike that has a trailer. Some of these are starting to get trailers where I'm like, what's taking you so long? Then you got March. What was that movie? I forgot what it was called already. Oh god. I gotta remember what was it. Moving on. That's not here. It'll probably be there in due time. But Creed 3, Scream 6, Shazam 2, John Wick 4, which now has a trailer and poster, which is great. Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, that's March. Then you got April. You got the Super Mario Brothers movie, which got a new, trailer and posters. Still looks really good. Um, yeah, the rest of besides that, the rest of April looks pretty blah. Then you got May. Guardians 3 finally has a trailer. What took it so long? Oh, it took a long time, but they finally dropped the trailer for that, and it looks really good. Then you got Book Club 2, Fast X. That still doesn't have a trailer yet, which is kind of odd. Then the Little Mermaid movie. Then you got June. Cross Spider Verse, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, which has a trailer. I haven't seen the trailer, but I know it's out there. I know it's available to watch. Then Flash, that's now on the 16th. Then Blackening's there. Then Elemental. Then No Hard Feelings. Then Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, which has a trailer too and a title reveal and everything. Still haven't seen that trailer. I've heard things, but I'll watch it when I can. I'll probably be watching a lot of these trailers in front of Avatar 2. So whatever. Then you got July. Everything's here. Everything's like set. It's nothing really to say. August, same thing. Same thing. The Blue Beetle has a poster. I don't think it has a trailer yet. Yeah, it doesn't. But it has a poster. So it still exists. They're not pulling a Batgirl with that either. So yeah. Then you got September. Yeah. Nothing really to say about September or October or November, really. It's kind of just the same stuff. Then December, so all these movies that are still in the ether, some of which I'm convinced will never see the light of day, but who knows? Then you got January, then you got February, uh, March. The Mickey 17 will now be the 29th. There it is, right next to Beyond the Spider-Verse. Then you got April. Then you got May. Garfield, finally a movie I care about. The Chris Pratt Garfield movie. Then you got June, July, September, no August. No movies are coming that month yet. Then October, then November, then December. The Sonic 3 and Deadpool 3. Those are going to be my my movies of 2024. Well, those and the Garfield movie. But yeah, that's what the next 2 years look like. So, anywho, yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out any other cancel episodes I've made? You can go right ahead. The whole playlist is now like, including this one, 167 episodes. So you have plenty to choose from. Um, the only one I really talked about before was The Flash. That's really it. So any cancel episode where you see like the Flash logo or Ezra, whatever, you see. So any cancel episode that revolves around the Flash, you can watch any of those. And so go right ahead. Watch the whole series from beginning to now. Highly encourage it, so go do it. There's also box office predictions where I predict box office for movies. This weekend I have like 2 movies to do. I'm not doing The Whale because that's not supposed to be a wide release. But there's Father Stu Reborn and spoiler alert. Ugh, that's yeah. And then the week after that is obviously Avatar: The Way of Water, which is going to literally be the only movie anyone watches the whole month, or actually the next 2 months. Now that I think about it. So yeah, ugh. It's gonna be a one last slow weekend before things start to really get interesting again. So stay tuned for those. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made this year, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. I meant to do the recap video today, but I decided to do that tomorrow. All right. I don't want to overwhelm you. Dropping this and the recap video at the same time. I'd rather not do that. I want to space them out a little bit. So the recap video will come out tomorrow. Should. That's not going to be a fun video to make. It's because November was depressing with the exception of like a few movies, but it was really sad. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.